All right, I wanted to give you a little report and wrap up summer school tonight. Primarily is a financial report for summer school, but we'll talk some attendance and classes a little bit as well. There's a little more detailed breakdown of expenses in your packets on page 41. If you want to look at it, we'll summarize everything up here. Before we get into this, just a reminder, our goal for summer school is to offer as extensive of a program as we can at nearly a break-even point. The way summer school is financed, if we can break even or just be a little ahead, then we consider that a good summer school with our attendance and staffing and everything. At least that's my philosophy. I hope it's yours. First of all, summer school payment from the state is based on attendance at summer school, and in fact the number of attendance hours. So for the last 3 years, I've got on the slide now the number of students that have attended summer school, the number of attendance hours that's been accounted for, and then the ADA average daily attendance. What that figure represents is that figure for payment purposes represents the number of full year students, the equivalent numbers of hours of attendance. So the number of hours we generated during summer school this year translated to 87.6 full year students during the regular school year. Those are equivalent hours. We were at 98.8% of last year's hours. We were around 50 students smaller in 2018 than we were 17. I will tell you the one place that we saw the largest decline this year was in our class for incoming kindergarten students, which we were 50 students shorter this year than we were last year. We wondered how that would look this year. I think there's a chance that with the expanded early childhood opportunities we had throughout the school year, that first time in school had already taken place, and I think a lot of parents wanted their kids home from summer rather than continuing with a half-day program during summer school. At least that's the way it looks. So those 50 students represented 4,000 hours of attendance, which you can see the impact that it had there on between 2017 and 18. So roughly flat, I would call that roughly flat attendance, very similar to what we've had in the past. And again, those hours translate to the ADA, and I'll show you in just a moment. The summer school funding from the state comes based on the ADA. I will also mention these hours also reflect, for the first time, we did offer the online classes this year at the high school level. We had 34 students take online classes, which I thought was a good start for us, the first time we've ever offered it. And we'll look to expand that next summer. We also talking about expanding our own local offerings of online classes rather than paying Springfield Public Schools for their offerings, which are high quality, which I enjoy having access to those. Some of the more popular ones, I think we're going to try and build ourselves and offer with our own local teachers next summer. So this experience, I think, opened some eyes to that possibility. So I think that will be good for us. One mention before I move on, also, one of our larger classes is the driver's ed program. I want to take the opportunity one more time to thank Fairground Chevrolet. Mark Wood works with us very cooperatively to get us 3 cars to use to benefit the kids and all of us in the Rolla area with the driver's ed program. So that is one of the big draws of summer school at the high school level, and I appreciate the cooperation from Fairground greatly. So I wanted to throw that in. Now, how that transfers into funding, that summer school ADA number is listed there on the top, 87.639. We receive $3,700 per ATA. The closer amount is listed there on the slide. That comes out to funding from the state of $331,957. We had additional food service revenue coming in of $20,270, which brought our total summer school revenue to $352,227. That's combination of state funding coming in plus food service. Now, this also drives, I'm going to show you a little bit later, this also drives Proposition C funding throughout the year for us that we receive from the state. It kind of sets out there separately because it generates funds through the formula for the year, It's not tied directly to summer school, so I've left it off this slide, but I will show you that here at the end. So that's the revenue side. If we go to the expenses side of summer school, this is a summary of the major areas of expense. They're broken out in a little more detail in your packet. But food service, transportation, you can see by far the largest expense, as you would expect, is the teaching staff salary and benefits. And supplies, total expenses for the summer school session this year, $335,283. One summary page, just putting expenses and revenue together. Summer school net this year is $16,944, which is, I would say, just a little over, obviously, break-even point. So we were able to offer a pretty extensive program and be financially sound with it. I mentioned the additional Prop C funds that flow through the school district for the remainder of the year. That ADA results in about $900 per ADA for additional Prop C funds, so summer school does generate an additional $86,762 in our formula throughout the school year. Did I say that correct, Kendra? Okay, we've been working hard on that. So that does drive funding beyond just the reimbursement we receive for summer school. And that is a quick financial summary. So those numbers are in line with what we typically see for summer school. That's about where we end up each year, or where we have for the last few years. So none of those numbers positive, or as far as the financial difference, that's about where we've been for the last few years. Questions, comments about summer school?
Can kids, I've never thought about this, but I'm just wondering, can kids from other districts attend summer school?
Yeah, summer school is wide open as far as attendance. Yeah. And so
I've heard of kids taking driver's ed from other communities.
Yeah, kids from any school district can attend in Rolla. The only limitation we have is they can't attend more than one summer school, more than one district's summer school, at least not for state reimbursement.
I see.
They have to pick one summer school and attend there. But we've had students from Salem quite a bit in the past, a few from other areas. We get a lot of kids who are here visiting for the summer. Their relatives, cousins are attending, so they come along as well. But yeah, we can accept kids from any school district for summer school.
They'll get included into our average daily attendance.
Yes, it's included in those numbers. Yeah.
Do we offer any online courses outside of summer school right now?
We do right now. So for the last few years, we offer 2 courses taught by Rolla teachers. Media literacy and I forget the
Journalism.
And journalism, both English language arts courses. So we've been offering those, I would say, for the last 3 years. This year, or last spring, we joined the Springfield Consortium for launch. We have, I believe, 3 students taking launch classes right now. Also through Missouri's, what used to be called the MOVIP program offered by the state of Missouri. It's now called MOCAP. And it's access to virtual courses for all kids in the state of Missouri. We have a couple students taking online classes through Mizzou K-12 online. So we are at the beginning phases, I would say, of pushing out a wider array of online courses, both through our own courses and through Launch and MOCAP. We've never included that information in our course description book, which is what high schoolers take home to select their courses. But I think the one coming up that we will use for scheduling next year, we will have some sections in there about access to online courses. I think it's a growing demand and growing need for some kids, and just an option that we need to probably offer a bit more. So I would probably expect to expand those options this coming year.
Thanks.
Craig,
Uh-huh.
do we know what percentage of our pre-K students attended summer school?
I do not know.
Would that information be something that we would want to know looking forward at their performance as kindergarten students?
Yeah, we'll take a look at that and see what the numbers look like, and see. I don't know if there's a way for. We haven't built anything to track those kids yet, but we can look at that. Yeah, but I don't know the numbers right off. Okay. Anything else on summer school?
think you might as well just stay there. Because now we have the state assessment up